Welcome to the Fertility Coaching Mastery Podcast. I'm Dr. Kela Smith, fertility and hormone expert and founder of the Hormone Puzzle Society. I help wellness professionals like chiropractors, acupuncturists, doulas, nutritionists, personal trainers, and health coaches integrate fertility coaching into their work and build thriving, purpose-driven practices. I also work with beginners who are ready to step into this work and use their own painful story for their purpose. If you're ready to confidently support fertility clients, attract aligned clients, and grow a business that truly makes an impact, you're in the right place. Now let's dive in. Hi, loves. Welcome back to the Fertility Coaching Mastery Podcast, where we're talking today about from infertility to purpose, what could be your next chapter. I am so excited for today's conversation because I think this is one that has been sitting on the hearts of so many women, and maybe you don't even realize it yet. And I want to start this episode with a question. Have you ever found yourself reading fertility content long after your own journey has ended, or maybe when you're in the middle of it? Have you found yourself listening to fertility podcasts, following fertility accounts, saving posts, or leaning in whenever somebody starts talking about their infertility journey? Maybe you have your own story, or you're a coach, a healer, a practitioner, or a wellness entrepreneur, and you've had clients ask fertility questions and thought, wow, I actually love answering this. Or maybe you've walked through infertility yourself and you've quietly thought, I wish somebody had supported me differently. I wish someone had explained things to me better and not dismissed me. I wish I had someone who really understood my journey. And then maybe another thought followed that said, I wonder if I could do this for somebody else. I wonder if I could do this work. Well, before we jump into today's conversation, I want to remind you that if you've personally walked through infertility and you feel a pull in your heart to support another woman on her journey, or if you're already working in the wellness space and have thought about adding fertility coaching into your practice, make sure you grab my free Fertility Coach Roadmap guide. In this guide, I walk you through step by step exactly how to build or scale a fertility coaching practice and turn your passion into your purpose, impact, and income. Now, let's jump back into this episode. If you've ever had any of those thoughts, I want you to know something today. That thought might not be random. Think about that. This is happening for a reason. This is on your heart for a reason. Because one thing that I have learned over the years is that sometimes our hearts recognize our next chapter before our mind catches up. This is your subconscious telling you something. We spend so much time believing that purpose is something we're supposed to go out and find somewhere. We think it's hidden inside the perfect certification, the perfect opportunity, strategy, or the perfect timing. But what if purpose doesn't work like that? What if purpose leaves clues? Have you ever thought about that? What if it quietly follows us? What if it shows up in things that we can't stop thinking about? Because I see this happen all the time. Women come to me and they say things like, I keep thinking about fertility. It keeps getting on my heart. I don't know why I keep feeling this pull towards helping another woman through this. I think I would love to do that. Like, this seems like this would be my life's work. I think I can make a huge difference in the lives of the women and couples all around the world struggling with infertility. But then immediately they start thinking, well, who am I to do this? I don't know enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not qualified. I'm not a doctor. I don't even know how I would even do this. I don't even know where I would start. Where do I even begin? And let's talk about that for a minute, because that is something I call the critter brain. Because I think so many incredible women talk themselves out of the very thing that they may be called forward to do before they ever even give themselves permission to explore it or to do it. And that's just your critter brain keeping you small. I think sometimes we assume if purpose doesn't arrive with fireworks and certainty, then it's not real. And that's just not true. That's a belief that we've created that's just not true. Because sometimes purpose arrives with curiosity. Sometimes purpose arrives as a whisper, that little thing in the back of your head that says, I wonder if I could do this. Sometimes purpose arrives as a pull that you can't fully explain yet. And if you've walked through infertility yourself, I want to say something something important to you. Your pain may not have happened for a reason, but your pain can absolutely have a purpose. Your pain can be your purpose. I think that's where many women get stuck, because I think honoring what happened means staying connected to that pain forever. But what if there was another possibility? Think of it like this. What if the things that you've walked through gave you something that no textbook can teach? Compassion, an inner knowing, an understanding, empathy for another woman and couple struggling with this. Strength to help that woman or couple. The ability to sit beside another woman and say, I see you because I've been you. I've been exactly where you are. Give me your hand and let me guide you through this. There's something so incredibly powerful about that, and it really makes me choke up thinking about it. Now, I want to pause here for just a minute, because I think this is even bigger than fertility coaching. I think for many women after infertility, there comes this season that nobody really prepares you for. You've spent so much time fighting and researching and advocating, trying to survive and hoping and grieving and pushing through all of that your life literally revolves around your fertility journey. But then one day things start to shift. Maybe you become pregnant. Maybe you adopt. Maybe you're still in the middle of this journey. Maybe you decide you want to take another path and that your fertility journey is over. But at some point, many women find themselves asking, who am I now? What happens next? What do I do with everything that I've been through? Because infertility, it doesn't just change your body. It changes your whole being. It changes your identity. It changes your relationships. It changes your nervous system, your mindset, changes the way that you see yourself and the way that you move through the world. I'm a completely different person than I was before I went through infertility. And I think so many women quietly feel disconnected afterwards, and they don't know what to do. They're not broken. They're not lost. They're not disconnected. They just need support. And some are disconnected. Maybe they're disconnected from who they used to be. They're unsure of who they're becoming. And maybe that's why you keep feeling pulled towards something greater than yourself. And maybe that's becoming a fertility coach. Maybe it's helping women and couples through this. Maybe it's creating something meaningful. Maybe it's simply giving yourself permission to dream again, to build something bigger than yourself. Because what if that pull you feel, it's not random? What if it's your next chapter trying to get your attention? And now, if you're a coach, a healer, or a wellness entrepreneur listening today, I want to speak to you too, because I see you. Maybe you already love the work you do, but something inside of you keeps saying, I think there's something more here. I think there's something more. And maybe you felt pulled towards fertility, but you've been afraid to change directions. Maybe you've thought, what if I niched into fertility? What would that do to my business and to my practice? What if I built something around this? What if I added this to my practice? I guarantee you there's people asking for it. What if this became my life's work? I want you to know that you don't need an entire roadmap figured out today. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to know exactly how this would work. You just need to have it on your heart. You don't need permission. You just need curiosity and the willingness to pay attention to that quiet pull in your heart. Because I truly believe the most meaningful work that we ever do comes from the places that changed us. This is honestly one of the reasons why I created Becoming Her Retreat. This has been on my heart for years, and it's because I kept seeing women who have survived so much, but they kept asking, who am I now? I've asked myself this. What is next for me? What do I want my life to look like now? And I realized they didn't need another thing to survive. They needed space to heal, space to reconnect with themselves, space to say what's next, and space to breathe, and space to dream, space to remember who they are and become and begin exploring who they're becoming. And maybe that's you too. Maybe you're listening to this thinking, yes, maybe you felt something today and you want to explore that. Maybe you feel that little whisper inside your head that says, this is for me. yes, Dr. Kela, this is exactly what I want. And if that's you, I want to personally invite you to my upcoming free Becoming Her Masterclass. We're going to go deeper into why infertility changes more than your body, the hidden nervous system patterns that keep women stuck, why your story may actually be connected to your purpose, and the shifts that help women move from survival mode into alignment. And if something inside you continues pulling at your heart, you'll also learn about Becoming Her Retreat, an opportunity to step into a truly transformational experience where you reconnect with yourself, you heal, you dream bigger, you begin stepping into the woman you're becoming. Because sometimes transformation, it doesn't happen because we learn one more thing. It happens because we finally give ourselves permission to say yes to ourselves and heal. Your story is not over. You're still becoming, and I can't wait to grab your hand and guide you there. I hope to see you in the masterclass. Check the show notes under this video to register for free. You can't attend live. You will get the recording if you register. And remember, you are different after infertility, whether you were still walking through it, whether you're on the other side of it, whether you're already working in this space and you want to add fertility coaching into your practice, you are becoming her. And I want to guide you to that. So I hope you'll join me. Thank you for listening. I love you all. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. If this episode resonated with you, make sure you've subscribed so you never miss a new one. And if you found this helpful, I would love for you to leave a review or share it with another practitioner who's ready to step into fertility coaching. You can also download the Fertility Coaching Roadmap in the show notes to start to build your next level of impact. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next episode. Because the world needs more supported fertility journeys and more practitioners like you leading the way.